I've been working on the headpiece, and all I've done is I've used the EVA foam, and I got this stuff from the dollar store for $3. It's a piece. Huh, can't even see how big it is. How big is this one? This is it's meant to be like a mat. But anyway, I took pieces like that. I used some of this for my Deadpool costume as well. I actually worked for quite a while to get this rounded shape. This is one piece. This was a right angle, actually. It was a corner, and I cut off a rounded piece. So it looked like pretty much like a triangle with a rounded edge here. And I had cut one bigger, but then it was just far too much. Then I cut a strip, so this strip right here. And when it was laying flat, you can see the two holes here. What I did is I just took some wire, and this is a really stiff wire. I made sure it was as straight as I could. Stuck it into my drill, and just drilled my way through the piece as it was laying flat, of course. And then I took the piece and I bent it into this shape. So the next piece that I'm adding is going to be the back, and I'm kind of just hoping that this works. I'm going to use just the hot glue on there, so that if there's a mistake, I can heat it up and take it off again. But I'm hoping that by tacking it on there and then bringing it around and then pulling it in, heating this and keep rounding it even more than what I have, it will go on here and be about the right size of my head. I left my glue gun on all night. It did not smell nice down here when it was discovered. Okay. This piece isn't actually cut properly yet. I'll trim it off afterward. So I'm just going to tack a bit here and work from the inside out. It's looking all right. I'm definitely going to have to curve this in. All right, let's see what happens here. Yeah, it doesn't really want to stay on the side here just because it's pulling apart. I'm having to pull it in pretty strongly here. So if that comes apart, that'll be okay, because what I'll do is put another one of these strips on here. It'll just give it some extra support. Not sure I'm liking the shape of this so far. It's a little creepy, but I do have to bend this. I might have to slit it down the back to make it smaller. But actually, right here is hugging the back of my neck really well. So I might just have to pull this in a bit. How does that look? Could you tell me? See, it's gaping a little bit right there. Just have to bring it in. Wow. Yeah, I've had it on my head a couple of times, but this actually feels pretty good. It's a little bit loose, but I'm probably going to use some spirit gum and tack it down a bit on my forehead when I actually am wearing it. So it is gaping in the back. The whole thing is just a little bit big, it seems. So I might, like I said, cut a slit down the back so that I can shrink it down a bit. Now I'm going to need to get a look of it from the back. Let's see here if I can manage this. All right, well, it doesn't look like too much right now, but no costume ever does when it's at this stage, right? So I am planning on doing my right eye. So we're looking in the mirror here. So my right eye, and yeah, so having it covered there, the laser is going to be coming right from the side, and yeah, this eye will be, you know, open and all made up. Like I'll actually be, be shaving. I don't think I'm going to shave my eyebrows. I might just gum them down or something, because Borg are not supposed to have any hair at all. But so I'm going to be shaving everywhere and putting on the white makeup, maybe with some black or veiny looking splotches. And I have to figure out how to keep this down. But all the rest of it feels really comfortable. I'm just gonna have to line it with some fabric probably to keep it, just to keep me from sweating all over inside it. And back in the basement again, and I've already cut the slit there so that I can wrap it a bit closer. That was actually, it was pretty much just a triangle. I tried rounding it a bit, but it didn't need to. It was just a straight triangle since this is already curved. I'm going to glue it together like that. And that's, when I put that over my head, that gets a lot tighter. And yes, I totally left my glue gun still plugged in while I was up looking at myself in the mirror. Oh, wow. Here, can you see? That fits so much better. Wow, that's nice and snug. It still gapes here a little bit, but that feels pretty good. Now, even just as it is, going to get pretty hot in here. So, what do you think that would look like sitting on there? Definitely not right on the top, although it'd be nice. Maybe right in the back. Something like that. That wouldn't look too weird. But it would be embedded right in there to be basically right against my skull. And yeah, pulling the air out, I'm thinking. Pulling it out or pushing it in? I don't know. Probably pulling it out so that it just pulls the air in from everywhere and cools me off. That'll be fun. Right. Good day's work. I'm just going to put one more little strip of this in to make it stronger, make it permanent. Ow! Oh! Oh! Alright, that hurts to get it on the fingernail. Holy! What do you think? Is it acceptable? Is it adequate? Is it perfection?